Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to give you 10 of my favorite Spinosaurus facts. Let's jump into it. 1. Hot topic. The crest and sail of Spinosaurus are a hot topic of debate. What were they for? Some say the sail and crest were for display, whether that be intimidation or mating. Others say it was a thermoregulator. A giant sail could be used to cool the animal by dissipating heat away from its body. It could also be used for heat by circulating blood into the sail to be warmed by the sun. Lastly, hydrodynamics. A large sail on the back could be used while swimming to increase maneuverability and stability, much like how they were used by sailfish today. I think the answer is extremely obvious. ¿Por qué no los dos? The answer doesn't need to be mutually exclusive. Animal anatomy is oftentimes multifunctional. Imagine a world where we had never seen elephants. There would be much debate over what the trunk was for. Mayhaps a grabby appendage? A vocalization tool, maybe. Or even a large pump to spray itself with water. Turns out, it was for all those things. And this. Oh, what a freaking cutie! I do have my doubts about Spino being able to do this, though. Wait, is this about elephants or Spino? 2. Terrestrial or aquatic? Spinosaurus was certainly a semi-aquatic dinosaur. Early discoveries of Spino led people to believe it was an apex terrestrial predator. Now, we know the Jurassic Park 3 rendition of Spinosaurus with its long and luscious legs was not at all correct. Spinosaurus actually had short legs that were a little bit chubby. Bone analysis shows the density percentage to be more in line with animals like hippopotamus and alligators. Those dense bones were perfect for staying grounded in a flowing river and only occasionally going for strolls on land. 3. The unicorn Spino. Paul Sereno discovered Spinosaurus remains including a top piece of the skull showing a large crest formation that, honestly, looks like a unicorn horn. This fossil was found in Niger in 2022 and still hasn't been named or studied. Currently, it's being called Scimitar Spinosaurus. Please don't report me to the paleontology subreddit, as this information was all leaked during a conference, and they won't like that. 4. Nazis hate the Spinosaurus. Some of the first ever discovered Spinosaurus fossils were destroyed during World War II. Stromer, the paleontologist who discovered them, had them housed in a museum in Munich that was destroyed by a British bombing run. Prior to said bombing run, Stromer pleaded with the owner of the museum to move the bones to a safer location, but unsurprisingly, the Nazi supporter said no, in classic book-burning fashion. Number 5. Spinosaurus was huge. Even the conservative estimates put Spinosaurus no smaller than 12 meters long. In case you were wondering, that's the length of a standard shipping container. The larger estimates put them at 18 meters long. I don't know if you've ever seen one of those city buses that has like that accordion-looking midsection, because it's basically just two buses fused together. But yeah, one of those is 18 meters long. 6. Color. Some dinosaur fossils contain melanosomes, which can be analyzed to show what coloration the dinosaur had. Unfortunately, no such samples have been found for Spinosaurus. However, that opens it up for interpretation. Going off of current living animals who have sails and crests, there's a very high chance Spino was rocking flashy colors on its face and back. Looking at the current day sail fin lizards, it's commonplace to have at least 2 different shades of color on the sail. 6. Do I have a tale for you? The tail of Spinosaurus was heavy and humongous in proportion to its body. It's debated what the tail was for, but I mean, just look at it. That bad boy was certainly used to push and swirl vast amounts of water to propel itself forward. Terrestrial copers say it was used to counterbalance while standing due to its heavy nature, and I'm sure it was used for that too, but if that tail doesn't scream fish to you, I don't know what does. 8. Apex or not? Spinosaurus was probably an opportunistic hunter rather than the apex predator it was made out to be. There have been several Spinosaur teeth and tooth marks found in fossils of ancient sawfish and pterosaurs. That's air and sea, but no land. My theory is their main food source was from the water, but if ever a dinosaur scored a kill on the river shore, I can see this huge beast intimidating any dinosaur for its lunch. In addition, Spinosaurus fossils have never been found with injuries from other dinosaurs. To me, That's highly indicative that Spino never actually had to fight to steal food from others, always winning in the intimidation phase. 9. Teeth. If you're a paleo nerd, you've probably noticed an abundance of Spinosaurid teeth for sale. Interesting that they have found so many, but also telling. Just like an alligator, Spinosaurus probably had a very high tooth replacement rate. Also, like the old gator, their teeth are conical, long, sharp, with no serrations. I don't know about you, but the terrestrial Spinosaurus theory is really starting to fall apart, I think. And lastly, the brain. Brain reconstruction of a close relative, the Irritator challengeri, suggests Spinosaurus had a highly developed flocculus and inner ear, which suggests the ability to capture prey with precise and quick head movements. Dermal pressure receptors on the snout of the Spino meant it didn't have to resort to eyesight to detect its prey. Again, a lot like an alligator. All in all, if after hearing this list you're left with the idea that Spinosaurus was basically a mix of an alligator and a kangaroo, join the club. That image lives rent-free in my brain. What should I do next time? Let me know your favorite dinosaur in the comments, and I'll make another video. Thanks. See you next time.